24, your weather authority. This is your forecast first.
Good morning. It is 6 o'clock right now, a little after 6, and skies are mostly cloudy at this hour, including the airport for this morning. In the meantime, as we check things out on our storm tracker, rain showers are moving out of the region from last night. Heavy rain now moving out of Warren County. And while we can't rule out a few more showers, most of the steady rain has indeed moved out. And temperature right now, 71 degrees in Erie. Your forecast first, cloudy skies this morning, along with some areas of fog and some showers. Try to get a little more sun in here by late in the day. Highs upper 70s, maybe near 80 degrees. Rest of the forecast after morning headlines. Good morning, Erie starts now.
From your news leader.
Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday and new on Jet 24. Fire breaks out in the city of Erie, sending several crews rushing to the scene. Plus, the community comes together after a devastating fire rips through a Girard church. And lawmakers and colleagues remembering the life of Flo Fabrizio.
Live in high definition from your news leader. This is Jet 24. Good morning, Erie.
Good morning, Erie. It is Wednesday morning. I'm David Belmondo.
I'm meteorologist Tom DeVecchio. The big question of the day.
Big.
Flat or fizzy?
Big.
Yes.
And we're not talking about your hair.
No, we are not. We're talking about water.
Yes.
Yes. Are you the flat water, like out of the tap or out of a water bottle, or are you a fizzy, i.e. carbonated, for those of you with a more sophisticated wording?
And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people that swear by the fizzy and a lot of people that won't
swear
touch
by
it.
the flat.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. But we want to know, Dave has posted it on our Facebook page. Right. Which do you like? Give us a reason why. Flat water, fizzy water.
And you know what? It's even worth just getting on our Facebook page to see the smiling face of Tom DeVecchio holding a bottle of water.
Which Dave let me do during one of my weathercasts. Okay.
It's what you call live. Boom, right there.
Boom.
It is.
Here, take a picture. So, yes, it's a good picture, a good question. We'd like to know a good answer from you.
Sounds good.
Go on, check
All
it out.
right, thanks a lot, Tom. Well, beginning with news this morning, Erie firefighters battling an overnight blaze in the 2000 block of Cascade Street. First responders were called there. It was about 12:30 this morning. According to reports from the scene, this isn't the first time the fire department has battled flames at this address.
Appears to be a vacant house, abandoned vacant house possibly. The power was shut off to it, so we'll have our investigators check into it tomorrow. Well, we had holes in the floor. This house, I believe, had previous fires in it last year, so there were some holes. The guys had to be pretty cautious moving in and out of it. And then just the overall humidity and heat wears the guys down pretty quick when you're in there.
It took about a half hour to knock the flames down. No word on a cause. Erie police, though, are also investigating. A developing story now in Pennsylvania. State police are looking for this man, 36-year-old Kenneth Martell. Now, this guy's a suspect in the murder of 82-year-old Theodore Carver. Police believe that murder took place at a home on Parker Road in Beaver Township in western Crawford County. Police found the body about a mile away near Reed's Corner Road. It's not too far from the Ohio state line. Now, those who knew Carver say that he would have been defenseless in the situation.
Killed my landlord. I knew he didn't die of his own cause, or they wouldn't be cautioning it off. Someone had to find him, right?
Well, for a short time, state police searched the former Days Inn on Route 322 in Meadville looking for the suspect, but he was not there. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Kenneth Martell, call state police in Meadville at 332-6911. Well, now to news out of Chautauqua County, where a shooting victim is in critical condition and one man is in custody. 54-year-old David Wagoner is charged with attempted murder and assault. Jamestown police were called to Livingston Avenue just before 9 o'clock yesterday morning. They found the victim in the street, shot once in the head. That victim is not being identified at this time. Out of Ashtabula County, a fire claimed the lives of a mother and her 2 young sons. The fire on Washington Avenue was reported around 10:40 yesterday morning. Officials say it began in an upstairs bedroom. No word, though, on a cause. The victims are identified as 36-year-old Kelly Estep, 4-year-old Frankie Ulzasko Jr., and 3-year-old Xander Ulzasko. According to the Ashtabula County Coroner's Office, Estep's 10-year-old daughter was able to save 3 other children. Well, although the First Presbyterian Church of Girard is no longer standing, well, that sure didn't stop the Girard community members from gathering on the church grounds for a prayer service. This is continuing coverage this morning. Some of the congregation says they will miss the architecture of the building. Others say they will always cherish the memories they made inside the church. Well, the church is accepting donations that are also getting some help from the Presbyterian Assistance Organization, which helps churches in their denomination after a disaster strikes.
They hold the memories of many, many families. They host the events of many, many places in the community. They're a part of the fabric of the life of the city or of the town.
Well, the pastor of the First Presbyterian Church says they will be deciding on where to build a new church later this week. Well, Erie has lost a man who dedicated decades of his life to serving his community. State Representative Flo Fabrizio has died 15 months after being diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. This morning, Sean Lafferty looks back on his life and his legacy.
Meaning all the caucuses and the governor's office, working towards a resolution of this problem.
He's being remembered as a man whose passion for the Erie community was unmatched. Born in Erie in 1944, Florindo Fabrizio had served in the State House since 2002. He was elected to represent the 2nd District after 20 years as Erie County Clerk. Before that, a stockbroker and teacher.
Flo's passing is a big loss for our region.
Erie County Executive Kathy Dahlkemper hailed Flo Fabrizio as our senior statesman.
He's the person, if you really want to get something done and you need some help or some advice on how to get something done, Flo has been the person to go to on that.
Flo is, I think, a public servant through and through, and he worked for the county and then moved on to the state, and right up until the end, he was working on behalf of an area I think he must have had a deep feeling for.
In April 2017, Fabrizio revealed he had been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Then in January, announced he would not seek a 9th term in the State House. Fellow Representative Pat Harkins was with Fabrizio just before his death. After that decision not to run again, he applauded Fabrizio's leadership.
When you put a face with things that are done in Erie, it's Flo Fabrizio.
Sean Lafferty, Action News 24.
Fabrizio is survived by his wife of 30 years, a daughter, and 2 stepsons. Flo Fabrizio was 73 years old. Well, Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf added his condolences, saying in part, quote, "He was a personal friend to me, and I will never forget his zeal for life. Even in his most difficult days, his legacy in Erie and across Pennsylvania will live on for years to come." Well, the arrangements for Flo Fabrizio have been announced. Calling hours will be at the Mercyhurst University Chapel Thursday from 2 until 8 p.m. The funeral mass will take place at St. Jude Church in Mill Creek Friday morning at 11. All right, it's 9 past 6 right now. How about some good news? The 90s pop rock favorite takes the stage for 8 Great Tuesdays. The great voice of Elliott Sloan, lead singer of the 90s band Blessed Union of Souls, singing I Believe. Now, that song reached #2 on the top 40 charts back in 1995. Next week, it's the Jeff Fetterman Band opening for headliner Samantha Fish. Senior citizens, today is your day. You can get out and about and maybe take the grandkids to the Erie Zoo. Yes, it's senior day. Today, visitors age 62 and over and their grandkids will receive free zoo admission, free lemonade, free popcorn, and a free carousel ride. And you can also visit more than 30 informational booths that specialize in healthcare, wellness, and entertainment. Senior Day gets underway 10 o'clock this morning and runs right up till 2 p.m. And the Highmark Midday Art Break is back for another week at the Erie Art Museum. Today, you'll be able to enjoy the sounds of the Mountain Time Ramblers. They'll play traditional bluegrass with an Irish folk twist. As always, you can enjoy the museum with Pay What You Wish admission and tours. The music gets underway at high noon. Well, festivals are all the rage this time of year, and this week you can head to Cambridge Springs for some great fun. The Cambridge Springs Volunteer Fire Department is hosting the 2018 Firemen's Carnival. It begins tonight. The Cambridge Springs Firemen's Carnival runs through July 28th. This is 4 days packed of food, fun, and entertainment. Beginning every night, 5 p.m. and noon on Saturday. Now, the parade, which is always a great draw, is scheduled for Saturday at 5 p.m. It is 11 minutes past 6 o'clock. Up next, a small hint if you want to pay it forward today. And a look at your forecast with who else but Tom DeVecchio. We'll be right back.
From your news leader, you're watching David Belmondo, meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, and Craig Smiley with sports. This is Jet 24 Good Morning Erie.